because I got more response on the show, because we went ahead, for those who didn't see the show, and we did the show without you.
That was a good show, even without me.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good. The
Oh.
search for Sam Kinison,
Yeah, it was great.
like I was a stellar constellation.
Yeah.
It was like, he's a new star.
Yeah.
You know, it was great. The search for Sam Kinison.
Did you get a lot of people calling you and saying
Oh,
watch?
yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, people from Fox, people from New World, people from the Emmys, Howard Stern.
So you mean people that... What did
But
you
Howard
do?
was nice enough to put
Howard
us back
loved you.
together, yeah.
Yeah, but what about your business? Did they get upset?
Yeah, they were a little like, ah!
Why?
Well, because
Seriously.
I'm doing a series now with Fox, and
as
they
a-
were like, they were on the impression that this was going to be the way I would conduct business with them, and I was on a roll. I was, you know, it was summertime. I was, you know, out doing my shows, and you know, summertime, folks. And I overextended myself. I was trying to do too much at once, and
Are you
they
AA?
caught up with me. Am I AA?
Yes.
No.
All right. Shouldn't you be?
No. Why?
But
You know, the biggest problem with AA for me is that it's not anonymous for me.
yeah.
And I'm not, I mean, you know, if you're a regular person, yeah, it's anonymous, it's a great program, and if you need it, take it. In my situation, I'll be at a gas station with a producer talking to him in my car about a deal, and some guy will come up with no shoes and no shirt going, hey, I know you from the meetings, Don. Guy boss of my hobby, man. I went, oh, man.
But
So it didn't work out to be too anonymous for me, but I think it's a great program.
Yeah, but so what do you do when you say, I'm going to clean my act up? How do you do? Because you've been off drugs and
Well, I've always
liquor
been off drugs,
But then liquor.
as far as we know.
Yeah.
And,
you've done some drugs in your life.
Well, Tylenol, maximum dosage,
Yeah.
but you know. Over the period of my life, oh yeah, well, I've been married twice, my God,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
You know.
Where are these women? Were you drinking while you were married?
No, not the first marriage. The second marriage, yes. I was drinking shoe polish. I was drinking anything. The second marriage was, she got Marvin Mitchelson
Had you
to
already
represent her in a divorce. So I was drinking, I was calling Kitty Dukakis. What can I drink and still live? I mean, I was rocking. Ah, thank you. She was a nightmare.
Do you ever hear from her now?
No, I don't. And you know what? It's amazing. I don't miss her at all. She lives in Texas somewhere, and that's where all ex-wives live. All my exes live in Texas. You know.
What about now? Are you drinking now or not drinking?
Right now?
Like
No,
right now?
not right now. No, it's just water, folks.
Yes. But I mean, like, what about today?
It's not the old big man cut down gin. You're right. No, it's not that. It's actually water. You are correct. You know, that guy's got a great gig.
What
So-
about, well, not much longer.
Not much longer,
What
no.
about drinking today? Do you drink it all during the day?
What? You mean like...
In general.
Get, like, right out of bed and, like, kill a bottle of
but like-
Stolies?
No, but do you have, like, a glass of wine?
That's been my drink recently has been, after everything's done, after everything's out of the way, maybe a glass or two of Chardonnay. It's a nice little, you know, it's a nice little buzz.
Yeah. And
it relaxes you.
do you consider everything out of the way by 10 a.m.? Let's find out this and a lot more, because we're going to be back in a moment with
yes.
Sam. I'm so happy you're here, Kinison. So stay with us.
Because you're a celebrity and you look like you're a party animal, people assume you can do supernatural amounts of narcotics, of drugs. So I go to these little parties, right? And everybody else's line is like about an inch long. It's like, hey man, we're doing coke, buddy. And, you know, little inch line long. I come in and go, oh, it's Kinison! Oh, here's your line! You know.
It's so forgiving.
Do you know how many... We're back, by the way, talking with, and yes, he is here.
I'm
Sam
here.
Kinison, which I'm thrilled about. We had more people wait. I never saw an audience sit 2.5 hours to wait for somebody before. It was incredible.
Well, they were like, is this the audience or the one before?
No, this audience were lucky because we went on time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The other audience was like, you know.
The other one was just waiting and waiting
Yeah,
and
they
waiting.
were waiting for Godot.
Yeah, really waiting for you. Have you ever done that in a real act? Have you ever not shown up?
No, I've actually canceled. Much like you did on Arsenio when you had Vegas throat. But I didn't want to bring that up. But
I gave him 3 days' notice.
now he said you didn't. He called me up and said, "Why is Joan mad at you?"
3 days
She said
notice.
that
Friday
she called me
for
up.
a Monday show.
All right, but he called me up and he said, "Why is Joan mad at you?" And I said, "She's not mad at me. We just talked." And he goes, "Well, yeah, but she called me up and said that she had Vegas throat and canceled me."
Yeah.
He was all upset. He had me on the show just so he could bring that up.
I canceled on a Friday for a Monday because he had promised to do my show every day for a week. We had gone over with the crew, and he wouldn't come out of his
The
dressing
old
room.
trick.
Well, the old trick of Mr. Hall is too busy. We're standing here with the crew that you promised us. So then I was supposed to do a show on a Monday, and I said on Friday, the hell with him. We have waited
You did the right thing.
We have waited 5 days for this.
Oh, believe me, I know
this
that
kid.
treatment.
5
Yes, sir.
days, and he wouldn't come out of his dressing room on the 5th day. I said, that's enough. I don't have to fly in from Vegas. So I called up, and a lady, I didn't want to say why, that,
Yeah.
pick a finger, Arsenio. So
Oh.
I said, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm with you.
I said,
You are correct.
I said, I'm sorry, but my throat is raw, and I don't think I'll fly in from Vegas.
Vegas
and
throat.
to have someone dare to say they're not coming on his show, he has never stopped talking about it.
I know.
It's
He brought
tragic.
it up.
And the amazing thing is we're both still living.
Well, the funny thing
So,
was,
pick
the
a
funniest
four-letter
thing
word
that-
and send it to him in the mail. But
we tried to figure out what Vegas throat was. We asked women in the audience.
Vegas throat is called a nice... Oh.
We didn't know. We didn't know. It's like, what's Vegas throat? Maybe the women knew. We were like, the women.
You called Linda Lovelace for that.
Exactly. Oh.
When do you know how far you can go in your act? What you can say, what you can't say, you know?
Oh, well, I think I border within the bounds of good taste. I mean, there's obviously, yeah.
But what's good
Okay, I'm not
taste in it?
everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
But I haven't jumped on the Jeffrey Dahmer bandwagon, you know, things like that. You know, I haven't went, yeah. I mean, those kind of jokes are like they're easy. I mean, Pee Wee Herman. I touched on Pee Wee a little bit only because I have certain convictions about him.
What are your convictions about Pee Wee?
I think he should be executed. Execute Pee Wee. That's right. Captain Kangaroo did that show for 30 years. No scandal. No controversy. The guy got up every morning. He looked like he drank heavy. He looked like he was like, "Good morning, boys and girls." He looked, didn't he? He had to wear that stupid haircut where they cut his hair like a bowl and those lamb chops. I felt sorry for Captain Kangaroo. He had that face like, I didn't know the show would go on 30 years. I might be Captain Kangaroo for a year or two. Maybe I spent my whole life Captain Kangaroo. Mr. Green Jeans died being Mr. Green Jeans. That's embarrassing, isn't it?
Isn't that sad? Yeah. Well, then again, we're actors and we're working. Do you ever worry you're not going to work? Because I worry all the time.
No, because, I could always be a gigolo.
Yes. Now, women find you very attractive.
Oh, name two.
Now. Well, Malika and her sister Sabrina.
Oh, ouch. Check, please.
Now, what is going on with you? And there is Malika. What's going on with you and Sabrina? Because you were
Malika,
living...
what's going on with me and
There's
Sabrina?
Sabrina. Is Sabrina here?
No, are you kidding?
I know Malika's here, but what
How much truth do you want, Joan? How much truth does your audience deserve?
My audience is
Should I tell the truth?
What happened?
Should I tell the truth, Malika?
Come on,
It's up to
Malika.
you.
Tell the truth.
Give me the go sign, babe.
Speak the truth, she said.
Want me to tell the truth?
Yes. Oh, tell the truth.
All right. Oh, boy.
Tell me what's going on.
Well, we have to word this carefully because
All right.
I've dealt with Marvin Mitchelson before.
All right.
But I lived with them for 4 years.
The two of them.
The two of them. And you met us a couple times. You
Yes.
did the application. Well,
Would you live
the
with
last year and a
both of
half, I was involved with Sabrina in a sexual affair. And Malika did not know.
Malika did not know?
Yeah. So I don't expect to get Boyfriend of the Year award.
All right.
I know, yeah, judge me. Yeah, me and JFK for doing Monroe. Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I love that. Yeah, what President Kennedy did Marilyn Monroe like you wouldn't? Yeah, give me a break. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have been in the Oval Office with her bending over the desk going, it doesn't get much better than this, huh? Come on.
So go ahead.
And And then she found another boyfriend. She went away. I sat Malika down. And
Sabrina
I said,
found another boyfriend.
Yeah. And I told Malika, I said, listen, I don't take this personally. Oh, by the way, there's some more champagne.
Right.
And I said, but yeah, for the last year and a half, me and your little sister have been
Having a good time.
having a good time. And I've been trying to help her with her career. And that's what they say in this business, right? Yeah. And she was incredibly understanding.
Were you incredibly understanding?
Excuse me?
Were you incredibly understanding? You weren't furious?
I was in shock. I was like, what? When he told me, I couldn't believe it. You know, that's my flesh and blood. But, you know, he was so honest, I can't. Yeah.
All right.
Bob's big boy.
All right. So
You're right.
Sabrina went on her way.
Sabrina went on her way.
Sabrina went on her way with the new boyfriend, and you stay with Malika and try to continue the relationship.
Well, I've never been forgiven like that, and I thought, this is love. This is
Right.
love. You know, I was expecting scissors
We've been
in the
through
chest,
a lot.
Right.
a knife wound, a gunshot, something on that order. But Malika said, I love you, and that must took a lot to tell me that. Oh, and by the way, can I use the phone? Because I want to call my sister. Hey, you know, it was one of those things. I think whoever told her first would have been the good person. I know you're in shock now. You look
No,
at me.
I'm not in shock.
You think I'm scum, don't you,
No,
Joan?
well,
Not only did I miss your show, I did her sister. So, but the cops on me. Take me to JFK jail.
I never judge other people's relationships.
Didn't you do Warren Beatty? Didn't I read that somewhere?
He tried, but I couldn't because Annette's pregnant, so I didn't want to do it.
But your picture was in a magazine where it said that you and Warren Beatty got together. And
Never. Go ahead.
Never?
Never.
All right, no, I'm just curious.
No.
So, you know.
Warren Harding. But go ahead.
Well, no, I can see Warren Beatty hitting on you. I think you're very attractive, and I'm attracted to you myself. I try to control my hormonal instincts.
Would you please?
Because I'm on double secret probation with her, yeah.
So go ahead. So you got back together. Now Sabrina's giving you trouble or not?
No, she disappeared from my life. Much, you know, I think she's living with the Kurds now.
Are you?
So I thought I saw them there going, you know, begging for food.
Are you true blue now? Here is a gorgeous young girl.
Thank you.
I readjusted my hormonal
Do you want to
instinct.
come up here? Come up here for a second.
Come here, darling, yes. Come to me.
Let me ask you, the first time you forgive him, what if, God forbid, you found out it happened again?
Next to me, like, got it in.
You have to talk to this. You have to talk into this.
Oh, well, I'm used to talking to something now.
Hey. It's an adult family entertainment show.
Yeah, right.
What would happen? What would happen if you found out Sam cheated again? Would you stick around the second time?
Uh-oh.
Get
that right up there close.
No.
We don't want to miss a gasp.
Gasp of air. That's the last thing you
I would never do that to her again. I was, you know.
What's the worst thing you've done in your life?
That, probably.
You think so? No, seriously.
Probably.
I think missing your show is the ultimate sin.
Yeah.
We'll be back with a moment. I want to find out who your friends are, okay?
All right.
Okay, friends. And
What does that mean?
I want to know how big your Christmas list is.
Oh,
That's all right. We'll be back in a moment with Sam Kinison, so stay with us.
I'm Sam Kinison's mother. That's a mouthful. But I'm very proud to be Sam's mother. Sam was very different, and he was sort of a little rebellious concerning life and the church and ministry. He never liked a lot of the confined religious rules that we had.
We want to show a clip that you're in a new series called The Brave New World of Charlie Hoover, and you play his sexual conscience, huh?
Basically, I play his alter ego, and I externalize him about 12 inches, and you can quote me. And, no, it's something like this. I'm about the size of a kid doll.
Right.
And it's Tim Matheson.
Right.
And I pop out, and he's reached 40, and he's starting to embrace some responsibility. And I'm going, no, don't do it yet. There's still time to party. There's still time to put off appointments, and, you know, it's a real stretch for me, Joan.
Right, yeah.
But, you know, I try to get him in as much trouble as I can, and it's been actually pretty funny.
Yeah, can we show a clip? Do we have a clip of it? Let's take a look.
See, it's like this, Chuck. I'm your alter ego. I'm your pleasure center. I feel what you feel.
The problem is you're boring me into a coma. You know, it's like living inside you for the last 40 years. It's hell. It's one long, monotonous, every day the same as the one before it out. I mean, I know Amish people having more fun than you.
That's not true. I lead an extremely satisfactory life.
We are back talking to Sam Kinison. We want to show a clip. Now, you're in a new series called The Brave New World of Charlie Hoover, and you
Yes.
play his sexual conscience, huh?
Basically, I play his alter ego, and I externalize him about 12 inches, and you can quote me. And, no, it's something like this. I'm about the size of a Ken doll.
Right,
And it's Tim Matheson.
right.
And I pop out, and he's reached 40, and he's starting to embrace some responsibility. And I'm going, no, don't do it yet. There's still time to party. There's still time to put off appointments. And, you know, it's a real stretch for me, Joan.
Right, yeah.
But, you know, I try to get him in as much trouble as I can, and it's been actually pretty funny.
Yeah, can we show a clip? Do we have a clip of it? Let's take a look.
See, it's like this, Chuck. I'm your alter ego. I'm your pleasure center. I feel what you feel. The problem is you're boring me into a coma. You know, it's like living inside you for the last 40 years. It's hell. It's one long, monotonous, every day the same as the one before it out. I mean, I know Amish people having more fun than you.
That's not true. I lead an extremely satisfactory life.
Yeah, right. Yeah, your job's a snore. Your wife thinks you're a cash machine. Your dog thinks you're a fire hydrant. Oh, yeah, somebody call Robin Leach. Let's do a photo session, huh? Hey, by the way, when's the last time you and Helen made this little noise?
Again.
Now, how risque are they going to let you get on the show?
Well, it's hopefully, I mean, obviously they're not letting us get as far out as Living Color and Married with Children, but they've let us get away with a couple jokes. There's one scene where I'm laying on the floor looking at the secretary's dress, yodeling.
Right, which is very funny. Very
yeah.
funny. Do you write your own stuff for the show?
No, because I'm not in the contract as a writer, and it's really funny, Joan. Without money, I'm not very funny.
Oh.
It's really
Were you funny as a child?
reasonably,
funny
yeah.
as a child?
Yeah, I was a crack up, huh, Mom?
Your mother's saying very funny.
I ran away. I was real funny. Yeah.
And then you became a minister. Were you funny in your sermons?
Yeah, but I wasn't very successful because of that. You know, I mean, people actually like to go there for sober moments, religious moments, and I'm going, so I just got off the cross, and boy, my arm's tired. Oh, whoa, get off! They were throwing New Testaments at me. Get off! You're not as good as the last guy.
When did you know you were going to make it as a minister? Because your dad was a minister, and your brothers, and your mother.
Yes.
And your mother's second husband is a minister. Oh,
Was.
still was a minister.
He's on the other side now.
All right.
Looking down at me going, oh, but no, well, I always wanted to do this, and when my first father...
Always want to do comedy, you mean?
Yeah, when my dad passed away, my brothers and I got together, and we laid our hands on the casket. We said, you know, we're going to let them be the greatest preachers in the world, and we're going to really do our best to live for God. And it was a good 7 years for me. It was 18 to 25. I was totally straight. I was well behaved. And I got a divorce, which isn't good for your resume as a spiritual leader.
Yeah.
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 And I just said, you know, I lost everything. Funny, isn't it? But I got a divorce. I lost everything, and I said, why don't I just go for it? Why don't I do everything that I want to do? And I sat them down. I remember it was Christmas of '78. I sat everybody down at the dinner table. I said, you know, I think I'm going to be a stand-up comedian. You know, they were like, you know, they owe Danny Thomas spit take with the soup. You know, yeah, sure. You're going through a tough time. It'll be okay. I said, no, really. I've been writing some jokes, and I think I want to be a stand-up comedian. And I think I have a chance at it, and lo and behold.
Look, I want to find out. We have to go to commercial. I want to find out where your first time you performed as a comedian, what happened.
Okay.
Because they must have gone into shock. We'll be back with more in a moment with Sam Kinison. Stay with us.
You're so wonderful. You're so gracious to me. Thank you.
Friday, Saturday Saturday and Sunday, October 4th, 5th, and 6th, selling the Joan Rivers Classic Jewelry Collection.
Buy, Malika, everything that you're selling.
Yeah, but you buy real stuff.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to get married?
Yeah, and if I do, it'll be, Malika and I have talked about it. It's just that we know so many people that we'd have to sneak off and do it like in, like either in Hawaii or in Vegas where you can just hit and run, because there's so many people that we know that it'd be inevitable that we would forget to invite somebody and they would be hurt or upset. So it'll have to be those one of those sneak away, you know.
Have you ever been close to it? Have you ever said, oh, let's just do it, and then...
Yeah, we were real close to it in Vegas a couple months ago, but we forgot our IDs. But I went and had the bachelor party anyway. I said, honey, they got to throw a bachelor party for me. They took me to the strip club, and I came home and I went, oh, we forgot our IDs. So, yeah, my credibility is shot with her now. I'm on double secret probation.
Now, let me ask you, we were going back before we talked about the first time you performed, what were the jokes? What were some of the jokes you started with?
They were terrible. They were terrible. I had a box of props, and I administered, and I knew how to speak in public and basically hold the attention of a crowd, but I didn't know how to walk out there and do jokes, you know. My jokes were embarrassing. I used to put on a pair of underwear over my clothes and sing I'm Mr. Lonely. And then I would attack a guy in the audience and try to molest him sexually on the floor. Here's a guy here with his date, watching the show, and I'm like, I'd jump him, knock him on the floor. And then, you know, and I'd come back later and I'd throw him a towel and I'd look at his date and I go, you know why I picked him? Because he looks like a, you know, that kind of stuff.
And how long before you started really getting recognition?
Only 6 short years.
6 years? Are you serious?
Yeah, it was a long,
I was 7.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
I was out in Los Angeles at the clothing store, and yeah.
Who was starting with you? That turned out to be famous also.
Oh man, this is quite an alumni actually. It was Seinfeld, myself, Arsenio. Robin had already made it, but he was nice enough to come back and hang out with us, and we shared an apartment for
Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Was that wonderful? Or
yeah, it was.
Well,
we had a little arrangement because he was having business meetings on the side.
Oh no! Oh, we're going
that?
to commercial. On the way out, I want to show you. You were wearing a sandwich board, saying
Yes,
that you were
of course.
sorry. So let's show that clip on
And
the
I
way
got
out.
off light.
Yeah, this is you today, right?
Yes.
That was so cute. All right, here we are, Sam Kinison in front of our
With
studio.
the citizens of New York.
With the citizens of New York.
Begging them for forgiveness. Edith Jones, Edith Jones. Well, I knew she had some stuff planned, man. This is just the beginning of my torment today. I'm so sorry.
Sam Kinison. I like you so much, genuinely like you so much.
Thank you, Joan.
Do you like yourself?
Yeah, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah.
Much, I know it goes directly against the opinions of the psychotherapist you had on the show that was analyzing my life, but yeah, I'm a happy guy. I've really become happier since, you know, I'm not in a lie anymore with Malika's sister. And Malika's forgiven me. We've never been happier. We're really very much in love. I love you too.
She just said I love you, which is very
And I love
sweet.
your jewelry.
That's
And,
do you buy a jewelry?
oh, of course.
Are you
That's
generous?
the aphrodisiac of the 90s, jewelry.
What about your money? Are you tight with your money? Or,
No, I'm very generous.
Yeah.
Most of the restaurants I like, but I can't afford the homeless. They're outside. With those cups and those
Yes,
signs will
yes.
work for food, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some quality craftsmanship you want at your house.
Yeah.
Some bums with no idea of any kind. Yeah, please, guys, come on home. Work around my wife and kids, will you, please? Didn't I see you on America's Most Wanted last week? Yeah. Yeah, we'll work for food.
Do you ever sit down and watch television? What do you watch when you relax? Besides my show, of course.
I watch the A&E channel. I watch The Fugitive. I'm a big David Jansen fan. I was so upset when he passed away because I wanted to meet him. Did you ever meet him?
Never met him.
I wanted to meet him. He was my hero when I was a little kid, and now I watch the same shows now, and I go, that's where I got a lot of my inspiration, you know, as far as, because he really had some good morals. He didn't kill his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
He probably thought about it, but he didn't kill her. And I watch The Fugitive. I watch all the stand-up shows to see how bad they are.
Who do you think is good in stand-up?
I think you are the definitive, no, seriously, I think you are the definitive comedian. Yes. I've always said that. You know what? I see a lot of women comedians, And to me, it looks like they're doing men that they saw.
Right.
Maybe, you know, I see a lot of women doing comedy, but it looks like they saw men and they're doing their impression of a guy that made them laugh instead of coming from this. So I think you are the definitive comedian, and that's bottom of that one.
Yeah, thank you, and I love you.
And Warren Beatty will never have you. Never.
Never have me.
Wherever
Never.
you are, Warren,
Never.
wherever you are, you'll never have her. You'll go to your grave going, I never had Joan. No. Oh.
Have you got a friend that should have made it that didn't? Like my last friend, I kept saying, she's so brilliant. Why isn't she doing well? It was Lily Tomlin. She was the last of my group to break through, and she did.
I have a good friend, Carla Bow, who still works with me, and we started out together.
Yeah.
I mean, like the same night. And he's as funny as I am, if not funnier. And he's one of those guys that, because he's trapped in that thing, he makes so much money opening for me that he can't stay in town and do that, you know.
And get ready for it.
Go through the comedy clubs and stand in those auditions and all that. And he hasn't made it yet, but he's like the most well-prepared guy for when that break happens. People are going to go, where'd this guy come from?
Yeah,
He's a very funny guy.
We should have him on the show.
You should.
We'll have him on the show. All right, now, we bought you, because I think it's, we got you Chinese food, because we know that we'll make it sick.
No.
So you can have the Chinese food, which is cute if you would like it. Brought out by one Korean show.
Bring it to me.
Joan Rivers Show.
Courtesy Joan Rivers Show.
Right down here, my joy. This is one of our Indians. Is so cutie. All right.
Chopstick?
Chopsticks. I can
Thank you
actually
very
use chopsticks.
Don't. That's okay. Thank you very much, my joy. I want
Should
to.
I tip him or just
Anything.
let's see what you got here.
Will you come back? And next time-
anytime? And I will make this. I promise. I
And
will
if you
never
don't
have
come
me
back next time, it's okay too.
The next time I go, hey, to hell with the homeless, to hell with the hungry. I'm not overextending myself with community service ever again.
You just come and take care of
I'm
us.
coming to take care of
I
you.
love you so much. We'll be right back with more
I love you,
gossip on
Joan.
Rod Stewart.
Come here. Oh.